Coming up on UT10 News, a look at some major changes to a popular campus destination.
And we'll also tell you what employers want to see in a young job seeker.
Plus, Jada McGee was at Savage Arena on Saturday as the Rockets tried to fly away with a home win against Dayton. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bailey Lustig.
And I'm Daniel March. We came to you last week with some changes happening around campus.
That's right, Daniel, and one of them occurred at the Student Rec Center. UT10's Ben Morris joins us live. Ben, what were some of the changes?
Well, Bailey, it was a change to the ab workout room and much of the equipment that has students adjusting to the new look. Over the summer, the University of Toledo updated and renovated its Student Recreation Center after years of no significant change. Damon Pryor, Director of Recreational Services, says the goal was to make the rec more versatile.
We opened the facility up by way of moving equipment around, allowing participants to be able to do their ab workouts in spaces that maybe they never thought about.
Pryor states the department initially received some negative feedback from students regarding the changes, though that talk has seemed to disappear.
At the beginning of the semester, I was kind of indifferent because they got rid of some of the better equipment just because it was older. But as the semesters went on and I've gotten used to the newer equipment, I've actually really enjoyed the changes.
Students can voice their opinion by emailing Pryor at damon.pryor@utoledo.edu or by contacting the rec department directly. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Ben. Getting a sufficient amount of sleep may not be easy when you're in college.
But as UT10's Caleb Pakornik shows us, it may be vital for your health.
According to Medical News Today, there is proof that our brains not only get rid of toxic waste that can lead to degenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, but new findings indicate that waves are not only detected in neurons within the brain when we are asleep, but studies show that cerebral spinal fluid washes in and out of the brain waves during sleep.
I think college students kind of think about the now, and they think about, oh, I have to get a good grade on this exam, so I have to pull this all-nighter. I don't really think they think about the long-term effects.
This new discovery is important because cerebral spinal fluid is most active when we are sleeping. In order for the toxic waste to get flushed out of our brain, we have to be getting a sufficient amount of sleep.
When you're sleeping, your body is at its basal metabolic rate when it's basically doing the basic stuff.
Researchers are now asking how neurons, blood flow, and cerebral spinal fluid are working together to create this type of brain cleansing activity during sleep. I'm Kayla Pakornik, Toledo, Ohio, UT10 News.
5.1 million college-age students struggled with substance abuse in 2017, according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse. Drops in school performance, change in behavior, sudden requests for money, and physical health can help identify addiction.
This epidemic affects everybody. It doesn't discriminate against race, sex, age, your wealth, your income. Everybody is susceptible to this epidemic.
If you are struggling with addiction, the Lucas County DART program wants to help. You can reach them 24/7 at 419-213-6582.
A West Toledo bar closed its doors on October 31st after receiving over 40 reports of violence. Councilman Tyrone Riley of District 1 declared the Wally Rocket Bar a legal nuisance and a hazard to Educate Academy daycare across the street. On October 31st, 25-year-old Sterling Parker was shot and killed at the bar. This was enough for Riley to take action.
And I think it's only necessary that the police and the city of Toledo step in to make sure that this type of activity doesn't continue.
The Wally Rocket Bar is the fourth to close its doors due to gun violence. According to Toledo PD, Parker's death is the 27th homicide this year. And according to the Association of American Colleges and Universities, 65% of students felt their writing skills were strong enough for the professional world.
That's right, Bailey, but only 27% of employers agreed. I went to a local internship event to find out why. American Advertising Federation Toledo hosted their annual internship event last Saturday morning in Perrysburg. Panelists gave advice to students about internships and adapting from school to work.
I wish some people coming in kind of knew more of the environment of a professional environment versus a school environment, which is a big transition.
43% of recent college graduates are underemployed in their first job out of college, according to Burning Glass and Strata Institute.
A problem they have is they get out of college and they think that they know everything they need to know, and they don't. They know a little bit about their skill set.
Brown also says follow-up is the key to obtaining an internship, even if you've already sent in a resume.
I'll have to keep that in mind, Daniel.
Absolutely.
And according to the National Cancer Institute, in 2019, roughly 1.8 million people will be diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. The Dana Cancer Center, UTMC, hosts a support group the first Tuesday of each month to help those facing the difficulties of advanced cancer. This event is open for families and caregivers to have open conversations about how it affects their lives.
Bringing these patients and caregivers together to a place where they don't feel alone, they feel safe, and they have other people going through what they're going through.
For more information about support groups and other events at the Dana Cancer Center, visit ut10news.com and click on the Dana Cancer Center link.
Out of the 57 companies that made the Fortune 500 last year, less than half of the CEOs were women. That's why Women of Toledo is working to change statistics about women in the workplace. The nonprofit formed in 2013 with the goal of helping them to make business connections. It's also providing a space where every culture is celebrated.
A lot of women diminish their own accomplishments because they feel like they aren't worth that much. And so we want to really reflect on everyone has accomplished so many things and everyone should be proud of it no matter what.
Nearly 300 women have attended various programs put on by Women of Toledo between July and September.
I'm Jada McGee, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. It was a great weekend to kick off the winter sports here on campus. The women's basketball team took on Dayton Flyers, but first, the women's swim and diving team hosted their only home meet of the season against Florida Gulf Coast and Marshall. Toledo kicked off the meet on a strong note during the 200-yard medley relay when Beck Welke raced to the finish, giving the Rockets an early lead. To continue the streak, UT freshman Lauren Kilgore took home the gold in the 100-yard freestyle. Kilgore is one of the 7 freshmen for the Rockets this year. Over on the diving boards, Joelle Goulet showed great form on the 1-meter platform, helping boost the Rockets' overall score. Near the end, junior Izzy Jones, back from injury, was back to form with a victory in the 100-yard backstroke. The Rockets took home the win over both the Eagles and the Thundering Herd, improving their record to 3-2. The team is back in action on November 22nd when they travel to Evanston, Illinois for the TYR Invitational. Over to Savage Arena, the women's basketball team took on Dayton. Dayton started off the first quarter strong when Ariane Bradshaw took it to the basket for an easy layup. Then Shaquila Fowler gave a mean crossover and drives to the hoop to add to the lead. The Rockets were down by 11 in the first, but tried to make a comeback when Ariane Walker grabs the rebound and puts it back up for 2. Then, off a fast break, Tanaya Beecham steps back over top 2 Dayton defenders for another score. But the Flyers were too much to handle, forcing the turnover, giving Fowler another chance to drive in for 2 with an and 1. The Rockets would fall 60-42.
Right now, that's a better team. I think hopefully we can progress to where maybe down the road we're where we need to be. But we've got to learn from this game, and that's why playing great opponents who have veteran teams and successful programs is a great opportunity for us.
The next opponent for the Rockets will be the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The game will take place in South Bend, Indiana on November 20th. Last week, the Rockets football team pulled out a gutsy 35-33 win over Kent State. The victory improved UT to 6-3 overall and 3-2 in the Mid-American Conference. Tomorrow night will be the final home game of the regular season for the Rockets as they face Northern Illinois. A win for Toledo would be their 3rd straight and give the Rockets a better chance to clinch the MAC West title with 2 games left to play.
That is it for UT10 News. Bailey, how about this lovely weather we're having?
Oh my gosh, I've never seen so much snow in fall.
Gotta love it. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday at noon on our YouTube channel. For Daniel March, Jada McGee, and all of our crew, I'm Bailey Lustig. Have a great week and stay tuned for more news from the UT campus.